What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chicks in Hogwarts, the Harry Potter pod, where we recap all of the Harry Potter films. We are now on Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, the fourth movie in this saga. Is that what it would be called?
You can call it a saga.
Okay,
it is.
Sure.
It is definitely a saga.
I like referring to them as films.
They
think
are
you
films.
picked up on that. The film, not movies, they're films.
Yeah.
It's art. And I'm excited to go through this one.
The fourth film.
You had us pumped up for this at the end of the third recap.
I did.
You told us a little bit about what this one was going to be, which had us very excited. We got introduced to a lot of new characters because so many different kids coming to visit Hogwarts. So there's a lot to dive into.
There is. This movie brings in a lot of different worlds. You get the Triwizard Tournament, the Quidditch World Cup. You're learning a lot of new things, new characters. And it really is kind of like the in-between movie. Like, we're at 50% now, where it's like, now, after this, everything starts to progress. So we should probably kick it off with Ria's notes.
I don't know if I should say this now, but by far my favorite one so far.
Wow, okay.
I'm happy that you said that.
Yeah,
Nice,
I'm glad you said that as well.
Long film.
Was it longer than the second?
No.
No.
Technically, no.
Technically, no, but it still felt long. It was good, though. I will start off with my notes. I thought I didn't have as many, but I do. Okay. Hermione is bossy. Wizard Olympics. Fuck yeah. Ooh, is Harry about to get a crush? I now notice that Dumbledore is a different actor.
Yeah.
The Goblet of Fire is sick. Moody is going to be a bad guy, and I can feel it in my bones. Edward Cullen looks different here. Harry's becoming a little cocky and a little thirsty for fame. Oh shit, is Harry catching the feels for Hermione? You know, she's walking down in the dress and it's like he has a crush, but he does this weird look at Hermione and then they don't really touch on that again.
It's more Ron.
He doesn't.
No, I know it's Ron, but the way that they zoomed in on Harry, if you rewatch the film.
No, it was just because it was just such a stunning moment for her, you know?
He still has, I think Harry's big crush is, what's that girl's name?
Cho Chang.
Cho Chang.
It was just like a holy shit, that's Hermione kind of moment, you know?
Isn't that the one thing you said you had a problem with?
No, I think in general people were had been upset about that.
The name of
J.K.
her.
Rowling had always pretty like named all characters very stereotypical names depending on their race.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. Isn't Hermione a little young for Victor Crumb?
Victor Crumb's age is honestly like,
how old is this
It's always been a mystery. He's still in school, like.
That's true.
You know, so I think he's
and you
just
have
like,
to be 17.
Yeah, I think he's just like 18. I don't know.
Is he 18? I thought the cutoff is 17 to compete.
Well, that's the youngest you can be to compete. He could be older.
Oh my gosh! So he's 18. Hermione's like 14,
and he's like 35.
Yeah, it's great. I was like, whoa.
Maybe that's what Ron's worried about.
Yeah, I
think he's supposed to be 18.
Okay, so he's 18 and Hermione's 14?
This is like Euphoria, like he's 18. We're saying he's 18.
Yeah, he looked about 40.
Yeah, he looks old as fuck, for sure. Yeah.
So, okay, is he 18 in the film?
He's supposed to be 18, yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
Oh, he's definitely 18.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right. The next one is Poor Ron.
Yeah.
And then he said,
all around kind of a tough movie for Ron.
My favorite line that Ron said in this film was, they get scary when they get older. When Hermione's like, they're getting into a little fight.
Yep.
Harry becoming a mermaid fish was fucking sick. Coolest thing in my personal opinion yet.
Okay.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
When he flipped out of the water, I was like, whoa, that's cool. I think a lot of things are cool with that one. I was like, whoa, that was really cool. I feel like everyone is always crowding around Harry and catering to him. Ooh, Harry, are you okay? He's a wizard. He's going to be fine.
Neville like, oh, I just killed Harry Potter.
Yeah,
very
he's like,
worried.
Oh, I just killed Harry Potter. It's like, oh my God, Harry, you need a towel?
He's
going to be fine.
He's the most famous young wizard in the entire wizarding world.
If I was another wizard, I think I would hate Harry. Just be like, this guy,
Out of jealousy.
he's just famous for
Yeah.
being born, basically.
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
Yeah.
Harry's a nepotism
Yeah.
child.
It's like all he did was survive. He had nothing to
Yeah.
do with it. The boy who lived.
People are going to get mad at us. Okay. Snape got lucky being able to be in every film without saying much.
Says a lot. Yeah. He does a lot more in the books.
Yeah, he doesn't
Does he
really
say more coming up, or is it just like,
Is he just chilling?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why the hasty
Hey.
answer?
Oh, that was he said that with a little toot.
I back his toot up because
what's the
Snape
actor's
doesn't say
name?
much.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman? I loved him in Love Actually.
Alan Rickman was a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Shout out Alan
R.I.P.
Rickman. R.I.P.
Now I have two very conflicting notes back to back here. You guys ready for these two? There are some ugly looking creatures in this film. In these films.
Okay.
I'll repeat that. Just in case. There are some ugly looking
Is this a
creatures.
riddle?
I know. Like we heard you the first time.
Just in case you want to cut it for a clip.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait. Be silent.
Yeah.
There are some ugly looking creatures in these films. Next note. Why did I think Voldemort looked sexy for a quick second? When he's what are they calling it?
What?
I'm not quite sure.
He's like transforming or he's
oh
doing
yeah,
something.
he's like turning into an actual person again, like a
or
like.
whatever was happening to him.
Yeah.
I was like,
What's up with his
why do I think he's hot?
skin and nose?
Because he's not like it's.
Was he always
he's
like
using
that?
no,
Okay, we'll find out.
Um
No, we won't.
okay.
no. I mean, it's more that's like the snake thing. They got the snake thing combined. You know,
So
he's
he's
a
not
parcel tongue.
Human.
He's like no, he because he's already died. Like he has been reborn in like this
Yeah.
new form.
When he takes over like other people's, he doesn't have the same power, correct? Like when he was in the other movies, and he's like taking the form of people, he doesn't have his full
No, that's
power.
not.
That's not him.
No, that was like it was. When you mean like in the first one?
Yeah.
Well, now he doesn't have to do it because he's fully.
No,
back
I
as
know,
a
but I'm
person.
saying like now he has more power because he's himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's leveled up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Voldemort is in fact a problem.
and very much so.
Voldemort and the Death Eaters have been in the game far too long to get distracted.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't be having slip-ups like that when you've been in the game for this long.
Voldemort, Harry is
13
his
years.
weakness. Harry is his weakness.
Harry is Voldemort's kryptonite.
Also, think about it. He has been in the game for a long time, but he's been out of the game for a long time.
True.
That was so
like
funny
he's,
when
it's been 13 years where he's
he's doing
been
like his whole
nothing.
monologue, and then Harry Potter's just like says something. And he's like, "Oh, Harry, I forgot you were here." He's like chained up.
Crouch Jr. has a creepy name for somebody who is very creepy.
yeah. Barty Crouch there's a fitting name for him.
Yeah. And my last note is rest in peace, Edward Cullen.
R.I.P. Poor Cedric Diggory.
Why are you looking at me like
Because I
that?
was just like, that's Cedric Diggory, right?
Yes.
Why are you saying?
Because that's his
Because that's
character's
his
name
character
in Twilight.
and that's what I see him
Oh,
as.
okay. That's yeah. I've never seen Twilight.
Yes. Technically, Cedric Diggory came first.
Yeah.
So
R.I.P.
really, you could say
Diggory.
Cedric Diggory fell in love with fucking Bella on Twilight.
I was gonna say no. Up until that point, no notes about Cedric Diggory, but
I had one. I already had one
No, I know.
earlier.
Yeah. I
I've
didn't
just
s-
only referred to him as
I honestly
Edward
didn't
Cullen.
see that coming. His death. I was like, oh,
No.
Cedric Diggory, like big character in that
I didn't
band.
see it either. I love a good shocking death.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's
Give me
Voldemort's
a-
specialty.
Give me a shocking death. Like Euphoria this season, give me a shocking death.
There'll be one for
There has to be.
I feel like they
The
gotta
fact that
kill
Cal
someone.
didn't die in the last episode
Yeah,
of
they got-
Euphoria. I'm
I know.
sorry. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Now in this
Yeah.
recap. But you know what I mean.
I
Yes.
think that death, it's like good because like up until this point, no one's really like die. I'm like, okay, so people can die. Magic just can't fix everything.
No. You
It's good to
cannot-
know because
yeah.
I'm just like, oh, Harry, here he goes again, being saved by wizardry.
Yeah.
No. You can't bring people back from the
Yeah.
dead. That's
When his dad was like, "That's my boy," I was like, "Oh shit."
very sad.
It was
My
sad.
was sad.
boy.
And Harry
Yeah.
wanted Cedric to be saved.
Yeah, and it's sneaky kind of his fault, you know.
Harry's? He
Yeah,
saved
but-
him right before that.
No, I know, but if it was Harry's idea to both grab the cup together. Like Cedric was like, "You saved me, you take it." And he was like, we'll take it together. And I took it. They went both went
I like-
there.
he-
Both went to the
Justice for
graveyard.
Cedric.
He didn't know what he was getting into. He's like, "Who are you? What do you want?" And then just
Poor
gets killed
Cedric.
immediately.
I know. He says, Harry, take my buddy back.
Harry keeps seeing his parents, right? He keeps picturing his parents, always talking about his
Get
parents.
over it. Jesus, it's been 13 years.
I don't want to say get over it, but like, you know, when
Oh, you guys are mean.
no, we're kidding. That was a joke.
I don't know if he's joking.
I'm fist bumping you from afar. It's more so like, are they going to come back from the dead or something? You said nobody can, but like,
No.
It's just what is there? Are they just always going to be referred to throughout the films just because they were
It's
these
like
famous?
You know
people?
what? Batman, Bruce Wayne got over his parents, I feel like, quicker than Harry Potter.
I actually feel like that's not true.
Harry's
I
also
feel like
young.
Bruce Wayne has a lot of daddy issues
I guess.
throughout all the
but
movies.
He's not constantly like bringing them up. I guess he's older though.
Harry's also 13.
That's what I'm
so,
saying. Yeah, he's 13.
Yeah.
We're like,
14.
Harry, get over your
Yeah,
parents.
Harry.
Jeez.
I mean, you're like famous. Like, take it in.
Enjoy the moment, bro.
Yeah, you're a celebrity, and you're just like, oh, my parents died 13 years ago. That's why you're famous. Like, fame.
I think he'd probably take
think
his
he'd
parents
get
being
Fame
alive
or
over being famous.
Fame or parents?
Because he's really not reaping
Sorry,
any of the
sorry,
You
Mom and
told
Dad.
me we can have the #1 podcast.
And
Don't
your
you
parents
say
are
it.
dead?
Don't you say it. Don't do it. That's bad karma right there.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My dad would like that joke. I know my dad would think that joke is funny, and that's why it's okay. You know that's a joke. We're allowed to make a joke here. I would rather not work ever again to keep my
I feel like
parents
also
alive.
everyone
Okay?
keeps reminding him about like how his parents died. Like everyone who runs into him, like, oh yeah, like sucks that your parents died.
It's do they?
I think so. That one guy in the woods, I'm forgetting his name now. Let me look at the list.
We've been talking about Harry's parents being
But I'm
dead
just
for
like,
too
I-
long.
Peter Pettigrew. Was that the guy? No, I think
No,
it's a
that's
different guy.
definitely not him. Yeah, I'm like,
No, the guy in the woods who's like,
what
oh,
are you
like,
talking about? Like, what do you think? It's not like every student comes up to him all the time, like,
no, but
hey
people
man,
are like,
sorry
hey,
about
where's
your
your
parents.
star? Like, I guess every time people like recognize him, he's like, it kind of reminds him of his parents. I guess. Moral of
Yeah,
the
he
story
also
is
just
get
really
over
isn't benefiting a lot from the fame. Like, he's not famous. I mean,
Who,
he is.
Harry?
Like, he's famous, but like, he's not like.
Everyone loves Harry.
Everyone loves Harry.
He gets special treatment in his
They
classes.
should make a spin-off show called
the entire-
Everyone Loves Harry.
Everyone loves
The
Harry.
entire school was against him. They were all rooting for Cedric
Everybody
Diggory.
hates,
Don't you remember? They all had buttons.
Dumbledore.
Potter stinks. Potter stinks was all on their buttons. They're all rooting for Cedric.
Oh, that was
no
funny.
one was rooting for Harry.
No, I
so
know. I know, but still, he's popular.
He's popular for sure.
My favorite dark arts teacher so far.
They always say
What?
no publicity is bad publicity. Wait, I had a note about Moody that
no
did I
publicity
read?
is bad publicity.
No,
All publicity is good
All
publicity.
publicity is good publicity. Wait, did I not read my note about Moody? Oh no, I did. Okay,
You
I
did. I like that Noah said that he's his favorite when that actually wasn't him the entire time.
Because it was
Because it was Barty Crouch.
It was
Jr.
Crouch.
I know, but just like
Apologies.
his energy and everything. I like how he was kind of like strict in the beginning, and the class. And
I didn't like him.
you didn't like him?
No.
I liked his eye, and he like made Malfoy into a ferret.
Yeah, I mean that was enjoyable.
Let's talk about how Malfoy's just a little bitch now.
He is just a bit. Well, he is.
He's just a little whiny bitch.
He's also someone that he's got major daddy issues also.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know, his dad's a full-blown Death Eater.
Neville is growing up. Mm-hmm. People say that Neville is a glow up.
Have you seen Neville like current day?
That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't he in
Oh, yeah.
1917? The movie?
Was he?
Oh,
No.
Is that him?
No.
Or no, that's not him.
I'm pretty sure no.
interesting. Take.
How about Neville dancing, like practicing
sure
his
no.
dancing?
Yeah, my cousin.
so cute.
My cousin texted me and she said, "I want you to take back your take about Longbottom. He's a baddie."
Yeah.
Speaking
Oh.
of which, Tom Felton commented on our Instagram post of my notes, and he said Longbottom is a loser, which was awesome. People were freaking out about that. Very exciting. Thank you, Tom.
They still have a very funny back and forth, Tom Felton and Matthew Lewis. like on social media where they shit on each other and whatnot for like character stuff.
I love that. I wonder
Yeah.
how he found it.
He's
Somebody
like,
must have
any
sent it to him.
opportunity to shit on Longbottom.
Whoa, he's a baddie.
Yeah, I know.
Good for him.
Matthew Lewis did have a massive glow up.
Good for him.
We've covered a lot, but really just incredibly out of order.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, should we go back?
No,
Like, kind of like now go through it.
You
can
ask the
go back.
questions.
we can go
Like
back.
through it.
Fran, you take us away now.
The Quidditch tournament.
Go ahead, Noah.
No, I'm saying like that. Like, should we start?
I said we're passing it to Fran.
Okay, go.
All right, guys, let's just take a break for a second, regroup. I want to talk about BetterHelp. Sometimes, the three of us, we could use a little group BetterHelp session. BetterHelp is really a great way to jump into therapy. It's online therapy. It is something that is so important. I'm telling you guys, you have to take care of your mind. A lot of times you'll drop anything to go help someone that you care about. You'll go out of your way to treat other people well. How often do you give yourself that same treatment? So, you're talking to your friend on the phone, you're giving all this, they're going through a crisis, but guess what? Sometimes you also need to be able to talk, to share how you're feeling. You have to make sure that the relationship you have with yourself is getting enough attention. Therapy is a great way to take care of your mind. I will say, therapy in general has been super helpful for me when there have been some tough times and going through a lot. Going to talk to someone is really so great. And also, it doesn't even matter. You could feel like, oh, therapy, I don't need it. People say that all the time. Therapy, just give it a try. You really will enjoy, I think, expressing yourself and letting your feelings out that maybe you don't share as much as you should. So BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. So give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/office. That's BetterHelp.com/office. I don't really even know where to begin now.
Well,
I guess the beginning. Did you... I'm trying to think of... Oh, it starts with his
Peter.
dream. Starts with his dream. Starts with his dream. He's having bad dreams. Which is actually going to be very crucial because he and Voldemort are like tapped in.
I was very confused by that. I was about to write down that I had no idea who the characters were.
She writes like, am I watching the wrong movie?
I was like, wait a second, I don't know who any of these characters are. Did I not pay attention close enough to the last film?
Yeah.
That was not the case. He was dreaming. I was relieved to find out he was dreaming, to be completely honest.
Yeah. The Quidditch World Cup is like one of the coolest things that I wish you got to see more of. It just seems like such a cool event. Honestly, I think up there is one of my favorite parts of this movie that still gets me every time, is when they all go into the tent and the inside of the tent is like actually so big and so cool. It gets me every time.
Well, my Harry's like, I love magic.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of that too.
Yeah.
I feel like we saw maybe 20 seconds.
This movie moves really fast because this is when we start to really get into the books that are massive. Like this fourth book was the first one that was like, holy shit, this book is ginormous. And they got to move real quick to like get through stuff because there's so much stuff still that they leave out. They have to like move it along pretty quick. But that's when you saw, first we meet Cedric and Cedric's dad. They're all traveling together. And it's Ireland versus Bulgaria in the Quidditch World Cup, which is where Victor Crumb comes in. Everybody loves Crumb.
Oh yeah, Ron. That was funny when Ron's like, he's more than an athlete. Like,
yeah, they're all obsessed with him. He's
Ron
like the hottie
wanted
Quidditch player, like wonder kid.
Glad we found out his age because I was like, he's hot.
He looks very old too, which is funny.
Classic case of Ron wanting his autograph and then being jealous of him later on in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, I didn't know he was going to get my girl.
Ron, for the first 45 minutes, was unbearable.
You texted us like Ron is so butthurt this whole movie.
Yeah.
He just was jealous of Harry and like sulking and like the funniest thing was like when he goes to Harry like piss off, like crying in his pillow.
Well, I gotta
jealous.
say though, he was jealous because so Harry didn't actually put his own name in.
No.
He did not.
But Ron thought that Harry put his name in.
And because they were all trying, like
And I
the
thought
twins,
that was
You know,
amazing.
the twins tried to put their name in. They turned into old men. Like they were all trying to work the system because everyone wants to compete.
Why would Ron be so mad about him putting, even if he did put his own name in?
Because you could end up dying like Cedric.
I don't think that's why.
No, it definitely. It's not the fear of that. It's like they all wanted to do it. So it's like
He's
what?
just jealous.
Yeah, you'd be like, well, Harry, like, how did you figure it out, and not tell your best friend? Like Ron's like, I also would have put my name in, like if you told me how you did it, you know.
I felt for Ron this movie. He was a jealous freak the entire time.
He actually honestly takes a lot of L's a majority of this. Between asking Fleur to the Yule Ball to then being super jealous and mean to Hermione, it was like one thing after another.
The best was when she said to him, "Are you gonna ask me to dance?" No. okay, Ron, take it easy.
I know those poor girls had the worst dates of all time.
When Harry got turned down, that was rough.
Oh yeah, well, because Cedric Diggory, big man,
He got what was
man
coming
on
to him.
campus. he and Cho Chang were a
He
couple.
really got it in the end.
Maybe that was all Harry's plan.
Yeah. Ooh, he's like, if I get rid of Cedric.
Hey, Cedric, remember when you took my girl?
Fran hates us right now.
I really do.
Why? We're having fun with it.
Sorry, these Vicodin are really kicking in.
Oh my lord.
This coffee's got me going. It's got me buzzing.
The
My allergy medicine. I'm off that Zyrtec. I think we're in trouble.
thoughts on the
Yeah.
other schools. I'm just trying to figure out where to pick up. Thoughts on the other schools. The ladies, the guys.
I thought it was cool to see them all come to one place, but was happy to see them go.
That's nice.
Like, we got to meet some new characters,
Yeah.
and they were interesting and add another element, but
It's like-
go back to where you belong.
It's like Love Island, Casa Amor.
I'm gonna kill Noah. Just
I want Noah's notes from this episode.
just
It's Love Island Casa More. It really is. Victor Crumb.
Yeah. And like some characters might stick around, but like most of them are just here and
Victor
gone.
Crumb is like Ovi. And
Got a
Ron
text.
Ron is like Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good.
And Hermione is Anna. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Steer the ship. Damn.
Damn. All right. Hopefully, you know what, Noah? What we have to comfort us is that people will be listening to us and they will be laughing along. Maybe Fran.
Some will hate us. Some will enjoy.
Some will hate us. Some will love us. And that's the beauty of life.
Can't please them all.
No, you can't. We wouldn't want to anyway.
Fran's pissed right now.
So
I can't get a word in. You two are fucking
yin and yang.
comedians. You
We're like
two
a black
today.
and white cookie.
Just really.
I'm gonna take a Vicodin before every pod.
I don't have. What do you want to talk about? The Yule Ball?
Yo, go
I
keep
feel
going
like
through
you,
your
I feel
notes.
like you
We
were
just went
going
on
in
a little
order. Like,
tangent.
We
Yeah,
weren't really.
We were listening to you. We just went on a little tangent.
Um,
We're back.
we still have a lot left.
the whole thing. I mean, they have all tasks. The first one is the dragons, which they go to. Hagrid takes them to see the dragons, or Harry to see the dragons. Hagrid also has a little romance going on with. I'm shocked there was nothing in your notes about that.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
That was funny.
but I couldn't think of
Shocked.
anything nice to write.
That was funny though.
I
Did you
don't-
comb your hair?
Your notes have been nice.
True. I really just couldn't come up with a steady take on what I thought about them, to be completely honest. I was going to write a note about it, but her name was Olymp, right?
Madame Maxine.
But what's the last?
That's her
Okay.
her first name is something that I will not be able to
Is it
recall right now.
like? Is Hagrid's like pretty much helping Harry cheat a little bit, right?
Yeah, but there's no like
There's no rules.
rules about that. There's no like, you can't know like what the tasks are about.
Yeah.
And that was Ron anyway the whole time.
That's kind of where I'd be like, oh, Harry's getting special treatment. Like, Hagrid's helping him. The dark arts professor's like looking out for him.
But that was all on purpose.
Nepotism, baby.
Like that was all on purpose so
No,
that
I know the dark arts. I'm still kind of confused by that. I'm not gonna lie.
like that was Mad Eye Moody specifically, or what we thought was Mad Eye Moody specifically geared everything in favor for Harry, so Harry would win and take the key and go to Voldemort.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was a little confused, but
Yes. That's the whole, like, Barty Crouch Jr. is trying to win back, like, be in Voldemort's good graces, which is why he puts together the whole plan to keeps the real Mad Eye Moody locked in that box the whole time.
Hagrid is such a like a kind of guy, so I like seeing his little.
Oh, he's so cute when he's flirting.
Yeah,
right?
but that's what I'm saying. I was gonna get
Yes.
to that. It was like he's so like rugged, but when he's with her, he's like, oh.
His polka dot tie always gets me. Like, he always wears the same. Like, his one like dressy outfit is all the same. Ron got like the worst dress robes ever. He looked awful. There's just one thing after the next.
Ron also needed a haircut.
They
Harry
all
needed a
of
haircut.
them.
They all needed.
This was This was like, but I will say that this was also like for the time period was when I thought they were at their hottest.
what?
Like
Were those haircuts in?
Yes.
Actually, I think they were. This is when
yes.
Dylan Sprouse had
Yes.
long hair.
Actually,
Yes.
Harry did have the same hair.
Ron was a little too long, but Harry big time.
Harry kind of almost
Big
was like
time.
mullet
This is-
status. I felt
This
like.
this was the time when I was like, me and my friends were writing him like fan mail, and he sent
Really?
back you got a signed headshot that I'm sure
That
goes
his,
back to every single
that his
person that
intern
writes.
was signing.
What?
No, I'm just joking.
I didn't hear what you said.
I was just like, that wasn't him signing it.
Oh, no, it certainly was not him signing it. That is correct.
What
But it was
about
just like a black and white headshot of him specifically like with the look of this movie.
Yes.
Was really the time.
Luscious. It looked like his hair was healthy.
did you like
Yeah, there's a lot going
Rita
on.
Skeeter?
Rita Skeeter is a bitch. Hate her.
She's the press
The
person.
journalist who writes for the
Oh,
paper.
and Hermione was
lies.
pissed.
Yeah, she sucks.
When they were
Rita
hugging and
Skeeter
she's
sucks.
like, oh, young love.
And Harry's like, wait a minute, my eyes aren't like clouded with the ghosts of my past, or whatever the heck the line is that she says. The mystery. She's like a great, just like a tabloid reporter.
Yeah. She would be
Stirring the pot.
a good fourth mic.
Yeah, she would be actually. She loves to
Yeah.
stir the pot, big time. Hermione's Yule Ball moment is also one of my favorites, just because she just looks so stunning.
She looks stunning. She's growing up.
Yeah, and I like that she fucking yells at Ron.
Yeah, she went
Sack
back
up and ask me.
Yeah, she went back at Ron. I also felt a little bad for Ron, though. You know, sometimes girls grow up faster than boys, and
Yeah, but he's mean to her.
But
When they're
Ron
all, like,
tried to
no,
ask
he
her.
was Ron was not
when they're all
nice.
he never tries to ask Hermione.
No, at the table.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, he's like, well, Hermione, you're a girl.
Well, that was just him being nervous.
No, but he kept, the whole time he was joking about, like, how Hermione definitely lied and, like, doesn't have a date, and she really did.
That was funny when they're like, is that Hermione? And he's like, that's not her.
Yeah, it's like, no. But yes, alas it is. And I also like that it does show them trying to, like, have some fun. You know, like they do the dance and that they have to learn with McGonagall and everything. But then there's like a band. It's like a rock out night.
I was happy to see them at the ball because we're just seeing them in class all the time. They're always learning new spells. There's always chaos. They're just having a good time at the ball, like young kids should do.
Yeah.
A little 8th grade dance action.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much exactly what it is, like freshman year.
You know what I remember my
Semi-formal.
8th grade dance is all of us crowding around my crush and him you know the song Baby Are You Down Down.
Great song.
And he like rapped the whole Little Wayne verse
Yeah.
and we were just all like
And
he
you're
was
like,
in the
"Oh my
middle.
God,
Yeah, I was
I
like,
love
oh,
this guy."
he's so hot.
This guy's so hot.
And then I memorized every Lil Wayne lyric ever after that. Yeah.
Can all be traced back to that one guy.
Yeah.
Cedric returns the favor. They like giving each other tips on the next task because Harry has this golden egg that he doesn't know what the fuck to do with. Takes it to the bathroom. He finds out about like the mermaids, and you gotta find a way to breathe underwater, which he gets from Neville, which Neville got for Mad Eye on purpose. The gillyweed, which is what you said you thought was very cool.
Yes.
Love the gillyweed.
Super cool. The coolest thing I've seen in the film
Yeah.
so far.
Well, they all have like very cool ways of breathing underwater also. Like Victor Crumb just turns into a shark.
He's the coolest.
Yeah, yes. Like, of course.
No-
he's just
no
like a
wonder Hermione went with him.
full-blown
I was
shark.
confused by what would have happened if you didn't save one of the people down there.
The world will never know. They could have left her down there. They could have not.
But like that's part of the game that like they would just kill a kid.
Maybe.
Like I just like that's crazy.
I mean, the whole premise of the tournament is they don't really care that much about the students' safety.
That's insane.
Like they're all battling, and they make it pretty clear at the beginning, like people have died.
Yeah, I
competing
realized
in
that when the
Triwizard
dragon was
Tournament.
like almost killing Harry.
I mean, I think we realized that when Cedric dies and Harry's like, no, and everyone's like, it's okay, Harry, you won.
Yeah, like it's
They're like, forget about him.
That was kind of funny when everyone's like, when he comes back, they're like, oh yay.
Yeah.
And
And
then
he-
they like realize they're like, oh fuck, is he
Yeah.
dead?
Right, and they kind of, Hagrid was like, who cares?
it's
Hagrid
just,
only cares about Harry.
Death knows no bounds.
Hagrid does. He plays favorites.
Cedric
That's-
though, good look for Hufflepuffs. Like he doesn't. How are him and Neville both Hufflepuffs? It doesn't make
Neville's
sense.
not Hufflepuff.
Oh, I thought he
Neville's
was.
Gryffindor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I'm confused by that because it's like I would have thought
Or
Neville was
Neville has
Hufflepuff.
all those moments with all them in the dormitory that you can't be in someone else's dorm. Gryffindors they're all in one place.
Okay.
So when he's doing his little practice he's coming home and he's like, I just got in. He comes in
But
late.
like Cedric's like obviously way more of like a cool guy than Harry, and he's a Hufflepuff.
I would like to see more of the houses. But that doesn't happen.
Don't think you're
I feel like
gonna get
we really only see Gryffindor.
Yeah. Once again, movie thing. Books, you get a lot more. It's just that there's not a like it is very interesting, but it doesn't move the story fast enough to be like, okay, now here's like
Yeah.
here's where all the Hufflepuffs sleep and here's where all the Ravenclaws
Yeah, what are
sleep.
the
They kind of just
Slytherin
have to
doing at
brush.
night?
They just have to like brush over it. You see Slytherin a little bit from the other movies, but not too much. Yeah, but Harry gets second place because he saves Fleur's little sister. Instead of just saving Ron, which was big, puts him in second place. Victor's pissed. And then Barty Crouch dies. Old Barty Crouch. And he when you watch back, you can see it because the whole time, like every time Mad Eye does like the tongue thing, that's the Barty Crouch Jr. thing. Mm-hmm. And when he did it talking to Barty Crouch, the dad was like, why are you doing that? Like he didn't say anything, but it was suspicious. Definitely killed by Mad Eye or Barty Crouch Jr. because he felt like maybe he was going to get exposed. And Harry goes to see Dumbledore, falls into the pensive, where it's like that takes you back in time. The pensive is also very important because it's like Dumbledore literally stores all of his memories in there. Very cool thing. At any time, he can this I feel like is a little bit like the brain chip that we were talking about on the podcast. He has a memory, takes it, puts it in there, and he can dive in and go rewatch it.
I like that he also can use his wand to be like a microphone.
Oh yeah. They do that multiple times in the movie. They do that. Fudge, Minister of Magic, does it at the Quidditch World Cup too.
Good.
We're processing. Question?
A common theme throughout these films is that everybody is not who they seem.
Yeah, very much so.
It's always them turning into somebody else. You
Very
can
much
never
so.
trust. I am not fully convinced that Harry Potter isn't just going to turn into his dad at the end of the
Is
movie.
Harry Voldemort?
Right.
Trust no one.
Like, you really can't trust anybody in who they say they are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Everyone is like, they're all worried about Igor Karkaroff, who's the head of Durmstrang, because he used to be a Death Eater, and they're like, he's a bad guy, whatever. This is when you saw him on trial in the memory, and he's trying to like give names, and obviously bad father-son dynamic between Barty Crouch and Barty Crouch Jr. He goes to Azkaban, but you actually kind of like got to see who he is to connect when it is revealed, oh, he was with Voldemort at the beginning, and this is why, and he's actually been pretending to be Mad Eye the whole time. And which is why at the end, Dumbledore, they all come storming in because it's like Mad Eye, with him saying like Voldemort's back freaking out. any teacher would have probably kept Harry closer to Dumbledore. You know, he's the best wizard there is. He's gonna protect Harry.
Do you
and he took him away from
lose
Harry.
some of that, like, because he's older with that? Like, if he's trying to fight Voldemort, he's an old guy. Doesn't really affect.
I mean, a little, but it's not like your magic is like your athletic ability, where the older you get, you know, you kind of lose it.
Yeah.
Good question, though.
I was just like wondering.
I think that's a solid
No.
question.
But yeah, I mean, Dumbledore is getting up there.
Still
for
haven't
sure.
noticed. I forgot, honestly, until you said it earlier, that it was a different actor. I still
yeah.
didn't notice.
I noticed this time just
Yeah.
because you pointed it out, or else I wouldn't have noticed.
There's just a lot more aggressive movement from him. acting-wise.
I'm not picking up on that.
No, like when he gets mad at Harry and he's like, "How'd you put your name in there?"
You know what that's like? Have you
I
guys
don't-
ever been to Radio City Music Hall for the Rockette Christmas special?
No.
Oh, I went every year, but sometimes the Santa would be like different, like skinnier.
Yeah.
That'll fuck with you as a kid.
Yeah. And then the movie after that is honestly very quick to end. It wraps up and they're like, Dumbledore tells everyone Voldemort's back, which the Ministry didn't want him to do because Fudge turns out to be an idiot. But he tells them all, and then they're just kind of like, Voldemort's back, and school's over. And that's Hermione's like, things are never gonna be the same, huh? They're like, yeah,
See you guys
movie
next
over.
year.
Yeah, movie over. Everyone, bye guys.
Yeah, bye. Voldemort's back. See you next year.
Yeah, they just leave Hogwarts. All right, I guess we'll deal with that when we come back next year.
Yeah.
Cedric's
Deal with
dead.
that after the summer.
Yeah.
That's a fall problem.
Hey, yeah, guys, go on vacation.
Yeah.
Okay?
They like always try and end the school year like on a positive note, but it's just such a quick flip from like Cedric's dead, Voldemort's back to like the happier music playing and like the three of them walking like down the corridor
Yeah.
being like, everything's gonna change, huh? It's like, yep. Happy summer.
Every film ends with them going into summer.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
What did
Like we see a full school year.
Yeah.
What did you think about the whole like Voldemort scene though? I was like, this is sick.
I was turned on. Not really. I don't want people to be freaked out by that.
He is the more I watch it, it really is fucking creepy. Like his like the little body.
It is
like,
very creepy.
Is gross.
Great acting.
Ralph Fiennes is great.
Yeah.
Fiennes, yeah.
It was good. I liked their dueling wands.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I thought the whole scene was really cool.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good.
And yes, what is that? It's called. I wrote it down because I always forget to say.
But Voldy can't be getting
Priori
distracted.
Incantatum. No, he can't.
How did he lose him? Like you had him. He was like chained to the
Well,
thing.
it's what happened.
Why are we
Priori
sounding like we're
Incantatum.
rooting for him?
I mean, I kind of
Yeah.
was like, how did you let him get away?
No,
This
that-
13-year-old, like you had him.
fair
Yeah,
fair
but
thought.
he,
That's what I thought too.
He
but
could've
I'm
killed
rooting
him.
for Harry and the kids.
He
but-
could have killed
had
him
the
right
power
there.
of all these of dead people.
No, I know, but like when he was up against that, like when he was stuck, he could have easily just killed him.
Voldemort is a big ego guy.
I know, he was like, look me in the eyes.
Yeah, big ego guy. He's not taking the easy route.
I want to see the light.
Like there's been
Look me in the
Yeah.
eyes.
There's been many instances where other people who followed Voldemort also had opportunities to kill Harry Potter.
Wait.
But they can't because Voldemort's like, nah, he's mine.
when Voldemort, what are they? The Death Eaters.
Yeah.
When he took their like masks off, did they die? Or, like what
No.
was that? They just all like fainted.
No, it was just like, yeah,
I don't know what that was.
not all of them. He did.
No,
well,
Lucius like stayed awake, but like all the other ones, he was like, you didn't save me, and then like they just fell to the ground.
It was more, I don't honestly have a good explanation because I'm not really quite sure. I think it was just more of like, he was pissy about not everybody immediately like still following him when he was gone.
Harry wasn't that surprised. He didn't like seem surprised when he saw Lucius there.
No, he's a Death Eater.
But like that's not a known thing to everyone. Up
Not
until
to-
that moment,
not
you
to
shouldn't
everyone,
have known.
Not to everyone, but like that's like you got the really over the top Italian kid in school, and you're
Oh.
like, oh, her dad's
mafia.
definitely in the mafia, and everyone jokes and laughs about it. It's like, no, definitely in the mafia, and then lo and behold, he's in the mafia. Like you're not shocked. Like Draco, everyone jokes about his bad family and his parents. So like, oh, Lucius is a Death Eater? No, duh.
How pissed is Lucius that he's a Death Eater and not like a strong name like Voldemort? Like he's kind
There's
of
only one Voldemort.
Yeah, there's only one Voldemort, but there's
Death
a few
Eater
Death
is
Eaters.
pretty powerful.
Yeah, but there's
a bunch of them.
multiple of them.
And they
Yeah,
can't even
yeah,
show
yeah.
their face.
Well, they're just
these faceless people.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
minions.
Right,
They're just
they're
Voldemort's minions.
Exactly.
Do you thi-
Lucius is not his own powerful.
There's no
being.
scenario where Lucius is like, I could be the next Voldemort. Like that would never happen.
Ooh, a little
No.
Lucius Voldemort
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah, like I want the crown. Like
We should
No,
write
because
a
it
spin-off.
also still like comes down to skill here. Like Voldemort is also an insanely
How did he-
talented wizard.
how did he get to that point? Just practice.
What do you mean? He's Tom Riddle. What do you mean just practice? Just like every
How
other
did he get so
wizard?
good?
Like how did he get so good? How can't Lucius get
How
that good?
did LeBron James become so good at basketball?
Just
Right,
so just God given.
Yes,
God
like,
given, right? Some people just
You-
don't have it,
and you work
like
at it,
others.
and you curate it, and you cultivate it into being a big bad guy.
Like
which is what
Lucius
he
is
has.
good, but he's no Voldemort.
So Voldemort's
Yeah.
just the goat,
Yeah.
Correct. The evil one.
and Harry Potter's the other goat, the good one.
Yeah,
Dumbledore.
arguably Dumbledore at the current moment.
Dumbledore's like Obi-Wan.
Yep. That actually is a good comparison. I'll allow it.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
and then Voldemort is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it all comes around.
Yeah, and then Luke Skywalker is Harry Potter.
No, I'm getting what you're saying.
I like that. I like this
know.
comparison
I know
a
where
lot.
the other. I know who the other other characters are, except there's no there's no relation between like Harry Potter and Voldemort.
Yes, like Voldemort's not going to be
Like,
like, you're
Darth
my
Vader-
That would
son.
be crazy.
I am
Yeah.
your
Harry.
father.
Darth Vader is
Me
you
and your
know,
mom had a
Anakin.
thing.
So spoiler alert. I
Wait, what?
said spoiler alert. Darth Vader is Anakin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
I knew
saying
that,
there's
I knew
no
that. No, I know.
there's no blood relation there. All right, let's take a quick break, then we'll come back and we'll talk about characters. We're about halfway through the movies. We are. We've watched 4. Now there's 4 left, but it has been a great way to unwind, relax, have a nice cold Coors Light while we are watching. If you ever feel like you need to slow down a little bit, you're feeling a little stressed, life's got you down, there's a lot going on, put on your favorite movie. Crack open a Coors Light. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill. That's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill. So when you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind, which is why we love to sit back, relax, put on a Harry Potter movie, and have a nice cold Coors Light. So that's why Coors Light is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly. It's coming from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Definitely got to meet some new characters. New people became important. I'm curious, like we can change interests. Who was popping out? I know after the 3rd movie, Rhea, Sirius was at the top of your list, and you see Sirius for about 2 seconds in this
I'm
movie.
going to knock him right off.
Because he's taken.
Yeah, he's gone.
Wait, how did he? That was another thing I didn't ask. But how did he come up out of the fire like that? Like, where was he coming from?
Magic.
The answer is always
It's
Magic.
just magic. But
Sometimes you're.
Oh.
You're a very literal person.
No, I'm
Noah.
not. No,
yes,
I'm not.
You are.
no, I'm not.
You're asking a lot of whys, like, oh, why that happened? Why that happened? A lot of times,
But like, he
Magic.
can just pop out of any, because it's like he could just show up anywhere, anytime. Why was he like, I only have so much time? Where's he going?
Sometimes I feel like I'm a kid who just wants their parents to stop fighting for one night while they're home.
we're not. I didn't think we were fighting at all.
No.
Or Francis like, dumb question.
I didn't say that. I just
Okay.
said look.
But like,
I
where
also
would-
wish I had all the answers. I don't. My only magic. I don't have the answer.
But I was kind of just like, when he's like, I only have so much time. It's like, well, where are you
Well,
going?
he's in hiding.
I know,
They're
but
still looking for him.
Like he's on the
Yeah.
run. So, like no one knows where he
I like-
is.
yeah.
He's like going from place to place, like with Buckbeak. Like he's not staying in the same places, so he might not have time.
I like that
to,
everyone
really
just wants to know, like, did you put it?
sit and
Did
hang.
you put it in the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Like, was it you?
You had Sirius Rhea at the top of your most interest. Who you were most interested in. And went Sirius, Snape, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Buckbeak, Lupin, Hagrid.
I'm still interested in Sirius, but we didn't see him much in this film. So
No.
after this film, would I put him at the top of my list? No, but
No.
I know that he may be more included coming up.
Yeah.
So,
Well, now let's rework.
okay.
Who goes number 1 after the 4th?
I'm going to bump Hermione up there.
Okay.
Because I wasn't as interested in her in the other films, but now she's got a love interest and things going on, and I'm intrigued by that. So I'm going to
Okay.
bump Hermione up.
Voldemort should probably also be added to this list now.
I'm going to put Voldemort up there, too.
Yeah. Before or after Hermione?
After.
After.
Hermione, Voldemort. You never know which characters are coming and leaving and going.
Yeah, I know. That's why we can change.
Yeah, Sirius was your guy, and he's just gone.
Yeah.
So I was kind of right. Remember last time I was like, oh, Sirius. I thought he
I'm
was just not
bumping
gonna be there.
Snape down because we're 4 films deep and I'm still not seeing much from him. So he's being bumped down.
Okay.
I'm going to put Hermione, Voldemort, Harry, Ron.
Okay. Snape falling here or still dropping?
Dropping.
Dropping.
I'm going to put
You need a little more out of you, Snape.
Yeah.
Hagrid.
Mm-hmm.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore's made his way back to the list
Yes.
after he was removed after the 3rd movie.
Snape.
Okay.
Am I going to see more of Victor?
No, no, you'll never see him again.
Oh. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Heartbreak.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't really fall
Name
in
some
here.
other ones.
Draco.
Draco,
Lucius.
Lucius.
They're all
yeah,
at the
they're
bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm interested
Neville,
I'm interested
Is
in the
Moody-
mains.
is
Ginny,
Is Moody
Fred
coming
and
back?
George.
No,
or
I like my list.
Mad Eye.
I like my list.
Is the real Moody ever going to be important or no?
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I'm
I like
interested.
my list.
Okay,
I'm interested in the mains.
so we're leaving at Hermione, Voldemort, Harry, Ron, Hagrid, Dumbledore, Snape.
Yep.
Okay. Favorite moments for each
When
character for the big 3? Favorite moments for the big 3?
Hermione asked Ron why his wand was in a knot.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that,
yes.
that was a funny line. When Ron said, they get scary when they get older. Thought that was really funny. And obviously when Harry turned into the fish mermaid thing.
Yep. Yep. Noah, favorite character moments?
I mean, when Harry was fighting Voldemort, I feel like that's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty crazy. But I also like the funny parts, like Hermione. I like when Hermione snapped at Ron. I
Yeah.
thought that was good for her. I didn't really have a favorite Ron moment. He was just annoying me the whole movie. Like when he was like communicating to Harry like through Hermione,
Yeah.
I was like, grow up.
Seamus told me, who told Dean, who told
I'm not an
Marty,
owl.
who told, yeah, I'm not an owl. I'm trying to think, like, back from, so Ron for me, my favorite is the first dance lesson with McGonagall when she's like, take my waist, and he's like, what?
The Weasley brothers were very funny this movie, I thought.
Yeah, Fred and George are good. That's and also up there is a good moment. They're fighting and they turn to the old people. Hermione, just her staircase moment gets me every time, and Harry. It's not really like a great moment because he obviously fights Voldemort. He's all right. He makes it through. But between the awkwardness that he has in this one still makes me laugh. Like they cannot talk to girls. His failure to look Cho Chang in the face, asking her to the ball. And then also being embarrassed by a ghost when he's in the tub with the thing.
Oh,
and he's moving the soap.
Yeah.
He's like, she's fucking dead. It's Moaning Myrtle is just making him feel uncomfortable.
And
I
she's
can't-
like, oh, the handsome one was here earlier. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I can't stand her.
Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah. Freak.
She's very well named.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Cedric.
Yeah. R.I.P.
One
Yeah.
more time.
Unfortunately, that's all she wrote for Cedric Diggory, which is sad because
He was a good character.
he is.
You
He
took
is.
the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like he was good for the franchise.
Yeah. I think if they kept him around, it would have been good.
Yeah. Too
But
bad.
also-
hey, you
I was
never
gonna
know.
say, but like you guys said, someone needs to die.
Someone needed to go.
you know.
I wish it was Ron.
They need. Oh, that's just
You're gonna regret that once the Vicodin wears off.
Nah.
the Okay, so then Noah right off the bat already said that this was his favorite one. So
By far.
let's Prisoner of Azkaban. Rhea gave an 8.3. Noah gave a 7.7, and I also gave an 8.3. Goblet of Fire. Where do we fall? Noah, you want to go first?
I'll give the Goblet of Fire an 8.5.
8.5. Rhea?
Shit. I can't decide which one I liked better. So I'm gonna give this one an 8.2.
8.2.
That was lower than last time.
I gave the other one an 8.3.
0.1 lower.
I couldn't decide if I go 0.1
I just
higher or
feel like
0.1 lower.
Voldemort's actually in this, you know?
You know, and there were so many different. You know what? I might go 8.4. Instead of lower, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay.
I like the romance aspect.
There's a lot of, I like the competing,
Yeah.
the competition.
Things change. A lot of things change. Death Eater's very much involved. It's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of more
Yeah.
dragons. Yep, a lot going on. Goblet of Fire for me, it's like an 8.7.
Hi.
Was that your highest so far?
Yeah, it's high. I really like 3 as just its own standalone movie, but now watching back, it's just I don't know.
I think
I
3.
just think Goblet of Fire.
I gave 3 a higher score than 2, but
Yeah.
3 might be my least, my most unwatchable. Out of the ones we've watched, I wouldn't want to
You
go
wouldn't
back to
rewatch?
3. I would just pick the other ones to watch first.
Shocking take.
Interesting, because I rewatched Azkaban a lot. Well, we can like I said, we'll rework also when we get to the end because that's where we are right now. But Goblet of Fire, it's 8.4, 8.5, 8.7 from the gang. Median score of 8.59, probably something like
Good
that.
math.
Good job, Fran.
It's high up there, and not to go the opposite route of how we ended the last one when I was like, I'm fucking hyped for Goblet of Fire. Order of the Phoenix is my least favorite.
Really?
Is that
Yeah.
a universal take, you'd say?
No, arguably not. I think a lot of people fall into Order of the Phoenix because it's we'll talk about it, but it's a kind of like a big stepping stone movie. Like a facilitator to the last.
Is it long?
Order of the Phoenix, I mean, they're all long.
For
No,
some
I
reason-
hate to break it to
For
you,
some
but they're
reason,
all long.
the Goblet of Fire, before I watched it, the name alone, I was like, I'm not going to like this. And then I really liked it.
Just because of the name?
I'm like, I don't know. Something about the name, I'm like, I'm not going to like this.
Interesting.
Order of the Phoenix is 2 hours and 18 minutes, which really means it's probably like
It's more like 2.
2-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So it is on the shorter side. But
Hey, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised.
yeah, you might completely disagree with me,
Yeah.
honestly.
That wouldn't be that shocking.
Yeah. They're one of the most hateable characters in the history of these movies books is in the 5th one.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think that wraps it up. Parting thoughts?
I liked this one the most.
This
R.I.P.
Both of you?
Cedric.
That's
R.I.P.
the
Cedric.
final decision. Is that I liked this
both
one the
of you
most so
have
far.
enjoyed this one
This is
the
my
most.
favorite one. That's not even close.
Okay. Wow, not even close.
And R.I.P. Cedric.
Yep.
Yep. Once again, R.I.P.
Just
Cedric.
want to throw that in there big time. R.I.P. to CD.